Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Silver Seeker. Check it out. It's my breakfast, guys. It's a bowl of 2019 W Pennies. Of course, we're not going to eat them, but look at this, guys. We have 25 of them. I was surprised the other day, that all 25 of them were there. You saw the video. But we have the scope right here. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. We're going to go and look at each one of these under the scope. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide them up to the top of the plastic here. And then the 5 best ones, we may, if it looks good enough, we will open it and then inspect it even closer and then send it off to NGC and see what happens. Maybe we can get lucky and get a 70 or even find an error. Let's get to it. Alrighty, guys, we have our first one under the scope. Now, I'm probably not going to go through all 25 of these on camera just because it's no fun looking at the same coin over and over again, even though there are 25 different ones. But I did want to start with the first one. Now, you can see there's going to be a lot of scratching on the plastic, especially the way that these are shipped. So you can't really judge these scratches. If you move the coin around in the plastic a little bit, you can see that the scratches stay where they are and the coin moves across them. So that just kind of shows you, like that big line right there, just kind of shows you that that is definitely on the plastic. That's actually looks like it's an impression of the rim of the penny when it was in the plastic being shipped. On this one, you can't really tell under the scope, but there are some brown spots right here, some darkening of the copper. So this probably isn't a candidate for me of one that I would take out of the plastic. I'm going to keep 20 of these into plastic and take 5 out and put them in something more protective. The reason I'm going to do 5 of them is because I'm going to send 5 of them off to be graded if I find 5 good ones. And then the other 20, I plan on reselling these sets. I didn't want to keep all 25 of them, but I wanted to have 25 pennies to kind of go through. So there's our first 2019 W cent. Kind of cool to just see one here. It's very nice, proof, reflective finish. But this one here, we will probably go ahead and keep in the plastic and resell. Okay, I've been through a handful of these. This is like the 5th or 6th one that I've looked at through the loop, and I've noticed something. This is really common. So if you look right here where I'm pointing at the arrow, you can actually see it on the scope, even though the scope doesn't bring it up too well. But there's actually a brown spot right there. It's like a dark piece of copper, if you will. Something else I've noticed on more than one, but it is on this one, so we're going to show this one to you, is if you look down here at the rim, you can see there's like a deep impression. Now, I know JB Coins had hinted at this, and he said he was going to send one off for attribution. He said it looks something like a capped die, but obviously it's not a capped die. To me, honestly, it just looks like it was stamped just slightly off center, except for you don't really see, the rim might be a little bit thinner up here and a little bit thicker around here. But there definitely is like a second rim impression. It's not like a high wire rim error or anything like that. It's not a cap die, obviously. The coin is perfect almost. But, there's definitely something going on with the rim. I'd be interested in seeing what happens with JBs if those come back. Because, I definitely see what he's talking about. I've seen it on like 3 of them now. I've only been through 5 or 6 of these. So, all right, let's keep going. I'm going to look at the next few and see if we can't bring something else to you. Okay, guys, one thing I wanted to bring you while I'm still going through these, I've noticed on this one here, you can see there's more brown spots here. Here you can actually see on the scope, one down here. This is actually pretty par for the course. Like the majority of these have the brown discoloration spots on them in one spot or another. The very high majority of them are right here where I'm pointing with the arrow, which is very disappointing. I've only found a few so far. I'm not done, but I've only found a few so far that don't actually have any of the spots, the brown spots on them at all. So those are the ones we're going to be looking at even more closely as a candidate to be sent off for grading. But I just wanted to share that with you. This is really common right now. I mean, I'm seeing this on most of them. So this one here is even more disappointing. As I angle it in the light, I will kind of show you. Take a look at his nose right here as we angle it. That is a gash. So I'm guessing that this was pressed up against another cent. That is probably the rim of the cent that was pressed against it. The way that they ship these, it probably got smashed into it at some point. That is really disappointing because now not only are we seeing a lot of brown spots, but that's actual physical damage to the coin, which is, very unfortunate. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I've looked at them all. Now, this entire pile right here, this is where I'm very disappointed. This entire pile right here all has copper spotting. Like, a lot of it very dark and very apparent. Just a couple are very light. Now, I have 2 right here that don't have any copper spotting and look decent, as in I didn't see any scratches, nicks, or marks that weren't just the plastic. So we're going to take a little bit closer of a look at these. And then unfortunately, I think these are going to be the only two that I actually take out of here and put into a capsule. Let's go ahead and look at them really quick and see what we got. Alrighty, this is candidate number 1. As you can see, I mean, there is obviously significant scratching on the plastic. That is just the plastic. If we move it, you see the scratches stay as the coin moves. There's no copper, browning or spotting anywhere on this coin, and it is actually pretty darn gorgeous as far as condition is concerned. We'll flip it over to the reverse just to take a gentle look on the other side. And like I said, this is actually really nice shape. Now, I will point out that we did have a little bit of the rim variation. So up at the top, it's way thinner than it is down here at the bottom of the coin. That could be, I think it's just slightly off center struck. I don't think it's anything else to it. I think it's just slightly off center. That's not going to affect it much. I hope not. Does that make it a 69 instead of the 70? Well, we'll see what NGC says. Alrighty, and this is candidate number 2. Same thing, no brown spotting, discoloration, toning, anything like that, anywhere on the coin. And again, all the scratching that you can see stays as you move the coin, so that's all part of the plastic. We're going to flip it gently over to the reverse and take a look. And same thing on the reverse. Now this right here, you may have thought was a spot, but as we move it, you can see it stays in place. So that is just the plastic. This coin right here is actually in beautiful condition. The rim looks really good. It's slightly thicker over here than over there, but I don't think that matters much. Very, very nice coin. So hopefully these, this one and the other one that I just showed you, we send off and we get a 70 out of the two of them. I think, honestly, these are the only two that are worth sending out of 25 pennies, which is very disappointing. Like, I find it very disappointing that out of 25, we only found 2 that really were even worth considering sending off. I don't want to slab a coin that has the brown spotting on it, so 20. I'll still keep the other 3, and then, I'll pick out the 3 best. But these are the only 2 that I would consider actually sending off to be graded. And then we're probably going to list the other ones and go ahead and move them with the penny, because I don't think it'll be easy to sell those sets without the penny between you and I. But there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And we will see what happens when these come back from NGC. I'll do an unboxing, and we'll show these to you. Hopefully, we get a 70 out of these. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much. We will talk to you in the next video. Do me a favor, make sure you hit like, and if you aren't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button because it really helps me out, and we will see you in the next video.